All right. And here we have KAYAS, I guess? I don't know. A Story of Blood and Stone, issue 1 and 2. An unlikely trio seek the one thing that might save an old friend, but does it even exist? Well, for the old friend's case, I hope so. For their sake, whatever. Anyway, Ryan Cardinal. I'm not familiar with that person offhand. It seems like on some recent live stream or something that I tuned into briefly, I saw this advertised, but I don't remember which one it was or anything about who's supposedly doing it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, you guys can fill me in, I guess, in the comments if you want. There's 2 weeks left, 66 backers. It's raised $3,856, and it was a $3,000 fixed goal, so it is funded. But it could certainly be better funded. If you want to help with that. KAYAS, A Story of Blood and Stone. Issue number 1 was 64 pages, black and white, manga-inspired action. Issue 2 is apparently only half as long, 32 pages of adventure in the next installment of the series. Okay. It's reminiscent of Tony Shalhoub's character in Men in Black. Anyway. It's a weird floating rock thing. Wonder where that trope came from originally. See it all over the place. There had to be, some kind of origin point for it. Definitely weird manga style art. I have no idea what's supposed to be going on here. Okay, the story takes place long before the Earth was formed. Interesting. So, where? In a realm that sits at the foundation of time. That's not exactly descriptive. Where might, magic, and high adventure reign supreme. Okay, so clearly it's, just like some kind of weird fantasy sort of thing. Issue number 1. A thief has stolen something from a kingdom that could upset the power structures. She makes her escape toward an enchanted land known as the Dragon Mouth Pass, while being pursued by psychic bounty hunters. Her cargo has condemned her to a life on the run, but it might be a key to changing the future, especially the future of a boy named Nito. Issue number 2, an unlikely trio consisting of Nito, a young 15-year-old boy. If you're going to... do you really need to say young if you're going to specify how old they are? Trigger, the chain-smoking chicken. Okay. All right. Oh, is that... It's not a tuma. And Sisik, the giant rattlesnake, leave their jungle home in search of the one thing that might save their dear old friend Cat Master Lee. Oh my god. Aided by a mystical seeker stone, they set out into the world in search of something that might not even exist to join our adventurers as we discover the world of KAYAS. I'm going to go with that pronunciation because I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the campaign. I'm Ryan Cardinal, and for over 20 plus years, I worked as a tattoo artist and did a stint in the animation world doing storyboards. I've been lucky enough to work with a bunch of great people and have done some really cool projects. Most notably Has Been. Okay. the fan favorite animated series. Oh, okay. Most notably, okay. Netflix, The Hollow. Seems like I've heard of that. I haven't seen it, of course. I haven't watched it, so I don't know what it's about. But before all of that, all I have ever wanted to do is make and draw comic books. Now I want to tell the story of my creator-owned project, KAYAS, the story of Blood and Stone. This series is all about high-impact action, martial arts, mayhem, sword, sorcery, monsters, mystery, and the spirit of adventure, plus some comedy and drama to break up the battles running around. Is intended for young adult readers ages 13 plus. Contains violence, use of tobacco/alcohol. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I grew up watching a lot of older movies and shit where, like, that was, alcohol and tobacco were kind of ubiquitous, and, back then nobody cared. Nobody thought, oh, this is inappropriate for children. We can't show somebody smoking a cigarette. I mean, to me, it's like being around somebody who is smoking a cigarette, probably the best argument you could make for kids for not wanting to ever smoke, because, it always was just nasty to me. Never liked the smell of cigarette smoke. Anyway, but still, nevertheless, it's like I said, it's like just the idea of this might be inappropriate for children because somebody's smoking in it. It's like, I don't know. It never made sense to me. It's always seemed really stupid. Body horror, suggestive themes, and awkward scenarios. Depending, don't know what you mean by all that necessarily. Might be inappropriate for, I don't know. Anyway, the campaign for KAYAS is a fixed goal of $3,000, which has been met. Produced first print run of issue 2. Variant cover unlocks. Both issue 1 and 2, there's a standard edition, sketch covers, and secret tier for those who subscribe to the email list prior to launch. Didn't even know there was one, so definitely didn't do that. Standard edition of each issue will have a very small print run of 300 copies. When they're sold out, that cover will be retired and a new variant cover will take its place. Interesting. This cover will also have a limited print run. That's number 1. Interiors, I'm assuming since everything's in black and white that it's going to stay that way. Yeah, very, very fantasy sort of landscape. Any questions or concerns, please contact me. And it gives his email address. When the campaign closes, all sales are considered final, so I can get my butt into gear and produce these action-packed adventure books. All refunds during the campaign period are welcome and will be honored. Final artwork may vary. Says once the campaign closes, does that mean when it closes, or does that mean when it ends the funding period? I mean, is he going to go in demand or not? So that's the thing. It seems like there's I mean, it's still a massive minority of campaigns, but there seems to be a greater number, like I said, still small overall, but a greater number recently of creators who decide they're not going to use in demand. They're just going to, when the funding period ends, they're just going to close the campaign. Which, I suppose it has certain advantages, but I don't know. Alright, featured tier, issue 1 and 2 combo pack, $35. Get issues 1 and 2 standard edition signed, first printing, 2 6x9 inch black and white prints. I'm not sure what it would be of. Anyway, 4 trading cards and a KAYAS sticker pack. Once again, stickers. Magnets, people. Magnets. They're the way to go. Estimated shipping March of next year. That's not immensely far off. It's a ways out, though. 37 of 75 claims, so this is limited quantity tier. KAYAS issue number 2, $15. Um, that is a pretty. That's a pretty good price. Although it is only 32 pages for issue 2, so it's not. I don't know what. I don't know whether issue 1 was double the length. I don't know whether it was selling for 15 as well, or whether it was like 20 or 25 or something. I don't know. Okay. Get signed copy of issue 2, and you also get the 2 6x9 black and white prints and sticker pack for trading card set. That's it's a lot of extra shit to get on such a reasonably priced here. KAYAS issue number 2 sketch cover, $75. Oh, 5 of those claimed, by the way, on that one. 1 claimed on this one. Already collected issue 1 sketch cover. First campaign, want to add the next installment. That's awesome. You'll get issue 2 sketch cover with original art with characters from the world of KAYAS, as well as 2 6x9 black and white prints, KAYAS sticker pack, and a 4-pack trading card set. So that's just apparently comes with everything. Now these, are on every tier apparently. Sketch covers 1 and 2 combo, so 2 out of 25 claimed. So that's a limited quantity thing, but that gets you both of them if you missed out. And then the mega pack 2, that's 150, 200 for this one. You get issue 1 and 2 standard edition signed first printing, issue 1 and 2 sketch covers with original art from the world of KAYAS, 1 8x10 inch silkscreen wood print, 1 8x10 inch ink drawing, 3 by 5 inch silkscreen patch, 2 6x9 inch black and white prints, KAYAS sticker pack, and KAYAS trading card 4-pack. So 2 out of 25, also limited quantity on that one. And shipping for the $15 tier is $10 US. So the price of the book may be less than standard CG, but the price of the shipping is standard CG at $10 domestic, making it $25 out the door. 18 international is actually quite good, all things considered. It's usually at least 20 and often 25 or even higher. Now there is no digital, of course. Alright, $35 tier, 2-pack. 10 and 18, same. $75 tier. It's just 1 book, so yep, 10 and 18. There are no add-ons apparently for anything. And the $150 tier, 10 and 18. There's about the same amount of stuff, really. This $200 tier, this has more stuff. So let's see. Yep, it goes up. It's the only one that has higher shipping, and it's really not much higher. 17 domestic, so it went up $7, and it went up a pretty negligible $3 for international, from 18 to 21. That's it's really weird how some of these campaigns. You wonder sometimes, especially if it's their first one. This is not his first one, but especially if it was somebody's first campaign, you'd wonder, when they have relatively cheap compared to fuck near everybody else prices on international shipping, you'd think, did they screw up? Was that a mistake? Did they not realize how much international shipping is going to cost them? I don't know. Of course, a lot of times domestic shipping is frankly more than it should be. Like, starting out at $10, it's like probably it's going to cost $5 or less to actually ship it to somebody. For most books. So anyway, but there it is. 2 weeks left. Like I said, especially these days, keep in mind, this could be the end. It could, overall, the odds still favor, by far, that whatever creator you're dealing with is going to go in demand, unless, it's like, some of them may have specifically said they're not going to, but you know, but unless that's the case, you know, it's like if you don't know, if there's no announcement one way or the other, then, you know, overall the likelihood is that they will go in demand. But it's not a guarantee. So if you want any of these, you know, you might want to act during the funding period, because it seems like, you know, more often than it used to be, at least, it seems like some of these campaigns are deciding, nope, when we're done with the funding period, that's it, we're done. We just close it out. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, that seems like a mistake, but, you know, I said this a long time ago, long before I started doing videos. I said, you know, why don't people just stay in demand? You know, I mean, maybe not forever, but at least for you know, for a decent period of time. Why wouldn't you do that? you know, I mean, CG Tracker even shows it. It's like they got a little icon beside each campaign and it says store. You know, and that's, as far as I know, that's what that means. Is like it's in demand, but it's basically Indiegogo is giving you the opportunity to run a store and continue to sell your product. Anyway, which of course also probably means that it's only a matter of time before you know, the government decides taxes are in order. So yeah, that's gonna suck. But you know, there's nothing you can do about that. That's inevitable anyway. Although you know, well, I mean, when all the governments fall and everything goes completely to shit, it's like, you know, the good thing about that will be that you might get away with no taxes for a while, and certainly, you know, you'll only have to pay to hopefully a more representative successor state, you know, after after the collapse. But it also means that nobody's going to be buying any comic books or anything, probably, because everybody's going to have much more pressing concerns. All right. Well, anyway, you know, here, link is in the description. Check it out if you're interested. You know, cool manga, black and white art here. Until the next one.